What's up, guys? How's everybody doing out there? You know, it is such a beautiful day. It's afternoon, blue skies, a little bit of cloud in the air, cloud in the sky, slight little breeze. I said, you know what, let me come out here and set up my camera and do a little talking head video. Today is a talking head video. Check it out. You see Mad Max back there. You see the cardboard on the seat. You got to throw that on there because we have 3 cats. And even if you don't have any cats here in the Philippines, you always had the stray cats that wander around. And they will get up on your motorcycle seats and do this number. So if you're living here, and you got a motorcycle and you got it outside, if you haven't done it already, I would suggest putting a towel, a blanket, cardboard, something like that on your seat, or the cat might get up there and you'll be getting your seat reupholstered. So hopefully I'll be able to get through this talking head video without a bunch of background noise, you know, motorcycles blowing by and dogs barking. It's the afternoon, so roosters aren't really out there. So anyways, guys, have you ever misplaced something? I say misplaced. I really don't say lost because you kind of own it and then you misplace it. I would say you lost like money because you misplaced it or somebody took it or whatever. You know what I'm saying. I always say misplaced. Kind of like if you have a wallet. And this happened to me one time only in my life, thank God. Got out of my car for some reason, you know, went to go get gas. I was getting gas from my car, put my wallet up top, on top of the gas pump, pumped my gas, went inside, paid with the cash in my pocket. Now, why I put my wallet up there, I have no clue. And then drove off. And then you're like, oh no. Went back, wasn't there, it was gone. And it was the feeling of, it wasn't, I was mad at myself because I misplaced my wallet, but the more of feeling I had was having to replace everything that was in it. Take my money, I always say, take my money, leave my wallet, I don't care. It's having to replace your driver's license, your cards, your credit cards, having to call, having to cease payments, stop payments, having to re-get all those things that you had misplaced. When I misplaced my wallet, well, that's what happened here. Some papers got misplaced, and I always have usually file the paperwork. She knows where to keep everything and all that. We searched and we searched and we searched. We couldn't find it. It was misplaced. I wasn't upset that it was misplaced. The thing that ran through my mind here was having to go through this system in the Philippines to get a duplicate copy of what was misplaced. If you know anything about paperwork here and getting paperwork here, everything is, I wouldn't say everything, but a lot of it is still paperwork. You go to the bank, you fill out paperwork. You go here, you fill out paperwork. Nothing is really done online. I'm not going to say nothing. A lot of things are not done online. So what did we misplace? What did we misplace? We misplaced our original vaccination cards. Somebody might say, oh, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is they're starting now, and I made videos about it, to where at least here in this city, you need to show proof of vaccination. Now, we plan to travel here soon, shortly. We are going to need the original copy of our vaccination. So that's what's going through my mind. Oh my God, it's going to take months to get a replacement, months. And you're going to need this form and this form, and oops, you forgot this form. I know how it all is. I know how it all works here. Now, the only saving grace that was running through my head was, this was a few months back, actually last year. A buddy of mine, who is a vet who lives here, had told me, he said, hey, go on to the VA outpatient clinic in Manila on their website. They are accepting non-registered vets to get the vaccination. So I did a whole video about it. So went online, registered, gave them all the information to basically prove that, yes, I'm a vet, because they're not going to take you unless you can prove, have a DD Form 214, that you're a vet. Submitted all that. Okay, come on down. They gave me an appointment. Lut and I went down, got down there. We got our shots. We got our vaccination card. Real professional down there. I mean, it's like you're dealing with an American business, an American organization. So we got that all taken care of. I'm like, cool, we had this. First thing we did when we were there, photocopied everything, because I don't want to carry my original paperwork with me. We did all that. So that was the saving grace. The fact that I knew it was online, it was registered, it was in the system. So I'm thinking, all right, how can I get a hold of the VA outpatient clinic? I don't want to get a random number where it just rings and rings and rings and rings. So I went down to the VFW down here in Angeles City, walked in there, spoke to them in there, very helpful, very friendly people. And I mean, I've eaten in there before. I have a lot of subscribers that are members of the VFW down there. They were very helpful, explained my situation to them. They gave me a contact number that I could contact directly to the outpatient VA office or the VA building in Manila. And I asked them, I said, will I get through? They said, yes. Great. Next day, called down to the outpatient, the VA outpatient, where we got our vaccination, explaining the situation to the woman. She said, I will get back to you. I need to speak to a different person about this situation. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like thinking to myself, I hope she gets back to me. So many businesses here, you know, they say they're going to get back to you. And I'm talking big businesses. They say they'll get back to you, and they never do. Small businesses, yeah, they get back to you. So I'm thinking, oh, please, I hope this lady gets back to me. So sure enough, the next day she contacted me. She says, here's what you have to do. I need you to write your full name, write your birth date, write your address, and write a letter saying you would like to have your medical fax information released. Sign it, date it. They asked me to send a photocopy of Luisa's a current ID, not outdated. Excuse me. Fax that to them, have her sign it. I'm like, good deal, good deal. So that's what I did. I typed up this form, went over to the mall, Marquee Mall, went upstairs, found a place that does faxing. I said, I need to have this fax. Here's the fax number. All right. The guy's looking at the paper. He's looking at the fax machine. I'm thinking to myself, when's the last time he ran a fax machine? So he did all that. 150 pesos, $3. Got a receipt. I said, are you sure it was faxed? Yes, it was faxed. All right. Good to go. Get home. The next day, I get a call from the same lady. Sir, we received your fax, but it was only a partial fax, and the other part of the paper, there was nothing on it. I'm like, typical. I said, now what? Now what do we do? She's like, I can send you this form, and then you can mail it back to me, and then once I get this mail back to me, then I can mail. I said, can we just do this a simple way? I said, can I just get your email? Attach, this letter that you've asked, attach a photocopy of Luisa's current valid ID, and just go that way. Can we just do it that way instead of you sending me something, me sending it back to you, and you say, and she's like, yes, we can do it that way. I said, will you call me to let me know that you have received my email? She said, yes. Next day, got on there, attached everything, sent it via email. She shot me an email back saying she received it. Very professional, very professional. I've never really heard anybody complain too much about the VA outpatient down in Manila. Now, there's always going to be the disgruntled person, right? That it didn't work out for them for whatever reason. But the little bit that I have dealt with them down in VA outpatient are great. They're great. They're just professional. The fact that they even called back is a thumbs up in my book. And like I said, even over at the VFW, them helping me out, giving me the contact information, thumbs up to those people too. But you know what I mean? It wasn't the fact that it was misplaced. What's running through my head, and here's what I was thinking, if I'd have went the route of going to a clinic here, yes, you fill out paperwork before you get the vaccination. They give it to you. It's paperwork. Does that paperwork eventually get put into a computer system here? It might, but it will go into a box, go into the back room with 100 other boxes, and you show up there saying, hey, I need a copy of my card. Yeah, let me go through the 100 boxes that aren't even in alphabetical order or anything, and let me find your card, right? So anyways, I'm actually getting the medical form that is on file, and she told me that's even better than the card itself. That's what she explained to me. Now I can get another replacement duplicate card. She says I would have to go down there. She gave me the contact name of the person that I had to speak to. But she said right now, because Manila is in another level, I don't know, 3, the level system here, she said I would advise you not to come down, only for the simple reason, we're trying to limit the amount of people coming here. So that is my story, guys. Figured I'd just share it, my experience, what I have had to do, my experience with the VA, my experience with the VFW here. So there it is. I mean, to some people it might be boring. Other people might know what I'm talking about. But I need that card. We need the original card because, like I said, we plan to do some traveling here real soon. And we don't know if we get to a certain area, they're going to require us to have it instead of just a photocopy. So guys, always remember, at least here, and even back in the States or wherever you're from, photocopy everything, photocopy everything. I've got everything photocopied. I've got screensavers. I've got screenshots of things that are important. When I go and make a deposit at the bank here, every month I make a deposit into my checking account. They give me a receipt back that says, yes, it was deposited into your account. I take a photo of that every single time. I don't keep the actual paperwork, but I do keep the photocopy of that. But anyways, guys, that's my experience. Figured I'd share it with you. Some of you may have fallen asleep by now. Some of you may not have fallen asleep. So anyways, guys, remember, if you haven't subscribed, we're almost at 90,000. I think we're almost at 89 and then 1,000 to 90. Please take the time to subscribe, like, and share. The thumbs down button has been removed by YouTube. So if you want to give me a thumbs down, knock yourself out. Give me a thumbs down, but it will not show up. Only thumbs up now. They only want positive things. So, all right, guys, talk to you later.